Hey guys, JC Smith here. I'll do a quick video about this Freightliner Fl106 I've got here. This is the truck I've been talking about that has the rare Detroit 50 series 4-cylinder engine. That thing is a 4-cylinder that makes 320 horse and 1,050 foot-pounds of torque. Has a Meritor 9-speed, 373 rear axle. This sleeper's 72-inch. That sleeper's got a refrigerator, freezer, microwave, place for the flat screen. It's not in there right now. 2 bunks, a wardrobe, inverter, and has 110 and all that stuff. So this is kind of where we're going with this, and I'm thinking about using this to replace my Freightliner, my FL70. If you see my other video, which I'll put at the end of this, so you can go to it if you're not familiar. But this has enough room. I can get a 20-foot flat. And with the current laws and what I think it is in Ohio, I think I'm going to have enough room to put a 7-foot dovetail. So it'll be 27 foot, which that's what I can be 40 feet total overall with what I'm doing with this truck. As you can see, this truck had the frame added onto. It was an Expediter. It had a 22-foot box on it, and it wasn't long enough, so they added this. I'm guessing that's about a little over 2 feet right there. And you know, most guys won't weld like this. They won't do a frame extension and leave a point. They just never seem to like that hot spot or fear of cracking or whatever the case. But this truck is what now? 17 years old and not one crack. Even though there's a hole right there, you know, a pre-drilled factory hole, and it didn't batter. But we'll be taking that off, because if we do this, we'll end up cutting the frame right past this leaf spring hanger, the cross member you can see right here. We'll cut it right here, and then we'll taper it down, and that'll be our dovetail. We won't use this frame. I have more Freightliner frame sections that are nice and straight and long, so it'll have doubles. It'll have the main truck frame, and then it'll have the frame for the bed, so it'll be good and strong. 22.5 tires. I have brand new tires for this, and it'll have aluminum wheels when we're done. We'll sandblast and paint the frame. We got some body work to do, you know, some touch-ups, some repaint, some buff work, all that kind of stuff, but nothing horribly crazy. Of course, air brakes, air ride suspension. You can see airbags here. This truck had a tag axle up here, which we removed. We didn't need that. Look inside here. This is a Benz sleeper. It's all aluminum, so it'll last forever. Real nice tall sleeper. That's what's called a fantastic fan. That's a power fan that has multiple settings, and it has intake and exhaust, so it'll suck in or blow out, whichever. Second bunk up there, which that will keep. That'll more than likely become like a storage bin. The wardrobe's pretty nice over there. You got a place to hang clothes, and you got a shelf up on top. And then this cabinet right here houses the microwave, the refrigerator and the freezer, and then the TV goes on top. But we'll go into that in a minute. I'll take you inside. But we're getting ready to do some work on this. We got new carpet, and I'll explain once we get inside. The truck's got, shut that good. The truck's got 2 75-gallon tanks, so that's pretty attractive, because that's a good distance. I think this truck, all said and done, when we go to use it, is probably going to get between 9 and 10 miles a gallon, which I'm plenty okay with. It's you know, for what you're going to do, if you took the same, like if you try to do something like I'm going to do with this truck with a 1-ton, you would probably get 9.5, 10 miles a gallon with doing what I'm going to do, because I'll put a hitch on the back of this, and the intentions are that I'll be able to put a trailer on the bed that we build, and then when we get to where we're going, we'll unload the trailer, put one truck on the truck, and then pull one behind it. So if you did that same thing with a 1-ton, whether it's a Dodge or a Ford or a GM, majority of the time with that kind of weight, you're going to be right at 9 to 10 miles a gallon. And I've done this a long time with 1-ton diesels. I know there's a lot of guys out there going to swear that they tow and they get 20 miles a gallon towing, and you know, it's just hogwash. It just doesn't happen. You might do it hauling sailboat fuel, but you're not going to do it with any real weight. And anybody being really honest with you is probably going to tell you that on an average, you do any heavy hauling. I'm not talking about putting your camper or your little boat, or, you know, I'm talking serious weight. You figure if you took a 1-ton and with a trailer big enough to put 2 trucks on it, Each one of them trucks is going to weigh somewhere between 7,000 and 9,000 pounds. So there's 18,000 there. The trailer itself is going to weigh about 5,000. So what are we at there? Is that 23,000? Plus the truck itself. The tow vehicle itself, you're going to be somewhere around 30,000 pounds, because typically I don't buy little light trucks, I buy big trucks. So anyways, let's move on. So this thing has lights, cruise control, wipers got delay. It's a little bit different system than you guys might be familiar with. It's on off here, here's wash, and here's fast and slow. And you have high and low here. Kind of a different setup. Heated mirrors, kind of nice. Shut down override. If it gets to a point where you have low oil pressure, or you have high engine temperature, or whatever the ECM on the DDEC4, I think that might be, I can't remember, I'd have to look, I'm not certain what series this would be, but anyways, you could override that, and that'll get you at least off the side of the road. Pretty standard. This interior, this dash cluster, you'll see in the FL50s all the way up through the FL80s, and then again in the 102s, 106 and 112s. I'm not sure there is a 102. I think it's FL 106 and then FL 112. But anyhow, air brakes, engine brake. That'll be pretty nice coming through the hills. You ever go through Fancy Gap, you'll understand what that'll be nice about. This is a switch for dropping the airbags. That'll be pretty cool too. And flash to pass lights, you know, that kind of crap. Meritor 9-speed, I keep calling it 10-speed. It is a 9-speed. I'm looking at the specs right there. Passenger side has an air ride seat, which it's got some wear here, so we'll replace that. I get the seats to go from our local Peterbilt dealer, of all places. They have the best deal. They run a sale 3-4 times a year, and they'll have sales on the really nice black leather or the gray leather, whichever. I like the black. I think, I don't know, I like them. They're a double arm-rested chair, which is really nice. And they have a whole lot of different adjustments and lumbars and all that crap. I'm not too interested in that, but I do like leather. So there's the microwave. It works pretty good. It's got a refrigerator with a freezer in it, and like I said, there's the bunk. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this bunk out, and this is going to become kind of like a camper. It'll have a cushion back here, cushion here, and then this bottom section here will open up, and there'll be a post with a table, so it can fold into a bed, just like your camper would. This thing has its own heat and air conditioning also, which is pretty nice, because there's a curtain, let's see if I can get this in here, that goes across here, and you can close it up. Or there's a company that makes a kit that you can run curtains all the way around this way and close up the whole front. We have this apart. My wife is steam cleaning the interior and doing this and that and the other to make it nice, so that's why that's apart. But this is the truck, like I said, I'm trying to get to. I'm trying to finish up some other stuff so that we can get onto this one. I'd start it for you, but the batteries are on charge. They're pretty low. But it starts off in about, I don't know if it makes it a full crank, but anyhow, so like I said, we'll replace these seats. They're just kind of basic, but and then this is what we're looking for, and hopefully it's gonna do what we need to do. But it's so far off in the process that unfortunately it's going to be probably months and months before I can actually get to this thing. But if you can just imagine, like I said, with the flatbed the way it is, we'll sandblast and we're painting anything it's rusty here. It's really easy. We have a local shop that will sandblast for a really reasonable amount, so it makes it very worthwhile to take something and have it blasted. But we'll go through it. We'll do brakes, you know, it'll get all new tires. The front tires are actually really good, but they've been sitting a while, and I think the DOT date on them is kind of out, so I'll probably end up replacing them, but it doesn't matter because I want aluminum wheels on it, and you know, I'm going to put some toolboxes down the side. I was thinking about building them into the bed, but I think I'm just going to make them just hanging toolboxes down through here. That's a big distance. I don't know if I'm going to fill that with toolboxes, but it sure would be nice to have at times. Yeah, the front, I think the DOT rating's out of them. I'm going to have to get this tank. I may replace these tanks with round polished aluminums. I've come across them. But anyways, good truck, runs good, good miles. Oh, I can't remember what miles it is. Anyways, we'll check that. Yeah, get a drink here. We'll see what kind of miles we got, and then we'll go from there. Should be a, oh, thank you. I think it's got 6 something on it. 615. So it's got a long ways to go. It's a wet line motor. Typically these you'll get into the 900, maybe right at $1 million, and that's when you do an engine overhaul and an end frame. I'll run it for a while, see how it does. If it looks like it's something I need to get into, I sure don't mind doing it because it'll be a great investment. But that's the truck, and that's where we're going with it. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and look forward to this one. It's probably going to be months before I get to this because, man, that B160 project's going to come up, and I'm really going to want to do that. So, all right, guys, we'll check out the next one. And don't forget, if you like the videos, give us these. That helps us a lot. I appreciate it. Give me that thumbs up. You got comments, stick them in the comment section. I will reply. So we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks.